Very good. But tell me about your story. You told me once that you went knocking doors from house to house. For example, approximately, how many houses you knocked the door? How many people you met in person?
We've knocked on over 20,000 doors in the last 17 months. And we didn't look at a chart and say, this is a friendly neighborhood, let's go here. I took my team and we went to every neighborhood, just cold, trying to get in the buildings, pressing the buttons. It's the pizza guy, get in and go upstairs, knock on every door, give out my pamphlet, tell them who I am. I've got so many messages from Democrats, from across the district that say, Diamant, you're the first politician that's ever come here, Democrat or Republican. They just don't come around here. And you came and you listened to us, and we appreciate that. I got countless messages like that. You can campaign many different ways. And I had all the consultants give me all the different ideas and what you can and can't do. I didn't listen to anybody. My job is to represent the constituents in the neighborhood. I'm going to the people who come out to vote and talking to all of them. And the ones that don't, convincing them that they should. And when you talk to that many people that I did and work so many doors in neighborhoods, eventually they're either going to like you or they're going to reject you. And in my case, they've been very welcoming, very embracing. I don't talk party line politics. I'm not polarized that way. I don't talk. When I introduce myself, I say, hello, my name is Diamant. Very nice to meet you. I'm running to be the next congressman of this district. Are you happy with the current congressperson? Has your life gotten better in the last 7.5 years since she's in office? And I ask simple questions. I'm not there to convert people from my party to the next party. I'm there to tell them I'm here to represent them. I will help anybody that lives in this district. I don't care what their political affiliation is. I don't care what their religious background is. I don't care what country they come from. You live in this community. You need help. I'm your guy. I will help you with all my heart. And this message is really resonating with the voters.
Okay, what kind of communities of ethnicities are in your congressional district? Mostly.
In my district, if you take Jackson Heights, I just came from Jackson Heights. It was a Peruvian parade. Thousands of people were there, and I was invited, and I was happy to be there, and I thank you for accommodating me on the time change. It's a mosaic of cultures, a melting pot. Nowhere in the world can you find a neighborhood like Jackson Heights, where within a few miles, 150 different languages are spoken. That's how many different, so if you listen to the media, it's left and socialist, or it's not true. Most of these people are hardworking Americans who just want to make life better for themselves. They're not so in tune with politics and who's who and what. They're looking for good candidates. So when you look at the demographic makeup from the folks who've been here and the ones that are coming all around, you've got almost half the district is Hispanic, about 48%. You've got Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Peruvians, Mexicans, Colombians, Venezuelans. All of the South American and Latin countries are condensed in there. Then you've got Greeks, Albanians, Italians, Irish, Americans that are all together. You see, you know what's interesting, Raphael, is the entire world comes to New York and comes to America. America does not go to the entire world, which is why Jackson Heights, Astoria, College Point, and then you come to the Bronx, like Morris Park area, Pelham Bay, Throgs Neck, Country Club. You've got Soundview, Castle Hill, South Bronx area, Parkchester. It's such a unique identity of different cultures and religions and people here. You've got to really be an immigrant to represent this kind of a community. It's not, you can't just be a mole of one. You've got to blend in with everybody. And I get along with all these communities because most of them are immigrants like me. So we have things in common. We know what it's like to come here with no papers. We know what it's like here to wait for a green card and wait for citizenship and study and pay taxes. So we've been molded and together in this neighborhood. So you got a lot of cultures here. And I've been fortunate because I'm meeting so many great people from so many communities that most people don't even know exist here.
So now, do you think that people recognize you? Do you have a name recognition? Do they know that you are a diamond? Diamond candidate.
You know, what's great about my name is Shiptar Ship was Diamant. In English, Diamant. And in Spanish, Diamante. So I've got a very unique name, which is very easy to remember. There's never been another Diamant on the ballot. So we're building on the name recognition. Obviously, I'm not foolish. I'm running against the most popular politician, around as far as social media and recognition. And she's known by the name of AOC. But on the ballot box, it doesn't say AOC. It says Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Diamant Hysenaj. And these are the two options that the district has to choose from in November. This is a general election. We've never been here. As a community, as Albanians, we've never been closer to making this happen. Of course, it's hard, but we're on the final, just like you're watching the World Cup. And on July 19th is going to be the final. In this case, November 3rd is the final. And it's me against the Congresswoman Cortez. And she has plans to run for United States president. It's clear as day. Whether it's this cycle or in a year from now, she's leaving the seat anyway. So the constituents know she's leaving. I'm the one who's been here fighting for this job, and I want this job. And I've made it clear, she wants to be president. I want to be the next congressman. It's clear as day. And the name recognition is becoming bigger and bigger because I'm there. The media, the city council, state senate, state assembly, mayor, governor, all a Democrat in New York. So they've got a full monopoly. I'm working at grassroots with the everyday voters, and we're going to put that theory to a test on November 3rd. And I believe that we're going to make a very historical run. We've already accomplished milestones that everyone bet against, and we're still the last man standing, and we're the chosen one to be at the general election on November 3rd. And I'm very excited. I'm passionate. I'm energetic. I'm all over the place.
Diamant, Diamant, Diamante. Diamant.
Fun.
What the other
Yes,
side think about Diamante? I'm meaning AOC. What the Democrats think about your challenge?
Most of the rooms I'm going into happen to be Democratic rooms. I've worked a lot with my base. I've rallied support, and my base is 100% behind me. I'm the nominee, and I get along with them, and they're very excited about the race. But where we're going to win the race is I have to get moderate Democrats, and there's a huge number of independents in my district. Over 125,000 people are independents in my district. That's a big number. And I'm speaking to moderate Democrats, independents, Republicans, and conservatives alike. And the idea is, and they've been very warm to me because I'm not a typical politician. I don't come in with the typical talking points. I more want to know who the constituents are. I want to know what their struggles, what their issues, what the good things are, and how I can help. And that's a different message than dictating. AOC is very popular within her base.
Yes.
She's got very loyal fan base, very loyal base.
So she earned 89% of her base in the primary Democratic.
Yeah, she got, so in the Democratic primary, there was 30,000 voters, maybe 32. She got about 29,000 votes. So she's in the high 80s. But that's, if you look at that number and compare it to the district, that's 4% of the district.
Oh.
So she won 4% of the district in her primary, in a Democratic area. When people have voter fatigue, everyone knows, and this is, I don't know, I have nothing personal with the Congresswoman. I don't know her. I don't care that she was a bartender. All I know is that she's not a good congressperson for this district because in the 7.5 years she's been there, no one sees her here except for some photo ops. She's never passed a single piece of legislation. And now she's already done with the district. She's thinking about higher office.
Yeah, especially the Amazon issue that she blocked.
So you have Amazon issue, which was at the beginning of her tenure, where she killed 30,000 jobs because she didn't understand the way tax abatements work, and she's still proud of that. You've got neighborhoods in Jackson Heights that I was just at, where there's open prostitution and drugs in the middle of the day. As we do this interview, there are young women being assaulted and trafficked by cartels. AOC doesn't use her famous voice and all the cameras and all the spotlight to help these young women and men, in many cases, that are being trafficked by cartels in our district. She's been MIA and a ghost on this issue. That's a big quality of life and human issue. And I've been there. I've photographs and documentaries we're putting together to show it. It's incredible when you see what I'm talking about. And she's far-fetched from it because she's so in her own world. She's been to 30 states, 20 plus states in the last 4 months campaigning for other candidates, not focused on the district because she believes it's an automatic win. And we're going to see what happens in November.